Yeah, I'd like to thank, boy, I'd like to thank MS Focus for sponsoring our class. Uh, Really love this class, and I look forward to it each time. Thank you much.
Hi guys, hope you're all doing great today. Today I'll be using a ball and a band. So if you want to have those close by, that'd be great, but always there's options for no equipment at all, and I'll let you know what those are. Before we get warmed up, just a reminder, today's class is sponsored by MS Focus. So let's get ahead and get nice and warmed up here. Start with your arms down by your side. We'll start by dropping our ear down to our shoulder and switching to the other side. Keeping those shoulders down and relaxed. Loosening up our neck and shoulders. Great job. Looking forward, let's roll your shoulders forward and then roll it back. So one forward and one back. You got it. Roll one forward, roll one back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Great job. Roll it forward and back. Now just shrug up and down. One, up and down. Two, up, down. Three. Great job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Arms down by your side. We're going to curl tap those shoulders, reach it up, curl tap those shoulders, hinge forward, tap those ankles. So working our core, our hips. Here we go. Let's curl, reach it up, curl, hinge down, curl, reach it up, curl, and down. You got it. Curl, up, curl, and down. Curl, up, curl, and down. Great job. Great job. One more. Here we go. Curl, reach it up, curl, and down. Great job. All right. Let's get those legs moving. Take it for a march. You can either hug those knees up, you can just lift those heels up, you can march pumping those arms. We just want to get that lower body moving here. Those hips and knees moving as best you can. March and march. March and march. Keep it up. March, 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 and march. Great job. Bring it out. In, out, out, in, out, out, in. Keep it up. Great job. Three, two, and one. Shake it out. Great job. All right, let's do a couple ankle rolls on each side. So roll it out and roll it in. Point and flex, and shake it out. Same thing other side. Roll it out. Roll it in. Point and flex, and shake it out. Great job. Let's roll those wrists out. Roll them in. Bend and extend, and shake it out. Great job. All right. Now that we're nice and warmed up here, you can take a quick drink. And I'm going to be starting off with that band. So we'll alternate between some upper and lower body here. We'll start off with that band, and then we'll make our way to using that ball as well. So starting with your band, if it's long enough, hopefully under your feet, you can always go under one foot as well if you want a little less resistance, or if your band is shorter. Otherwise, you can do 2 feet. Or if you have no band and you'd rather use some weights, we're going to do a bicep curl to a row here. So we're going to curl, turn those wrists in, row back. Keeping those shoulders down and relaxed always, whether you're using the band, whether you're using weights, or just body weight here. Curl, flip those wrists in, and row. Great job. Here we go. You can also alternate, one at a time. You could bicep curl, and row, row. Totally up to you. Here we go. Curl and row. Great job. Curl and row. Keep it up. Curl and row. Great job. Curl and row. And breathe. Curl and row. Curl and row. Great job. Here we go. 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we're going to do side steps here with our band. So I'm going to keep my band where it is underneath my feet, wrapped around the outsides of my knees. You can either wrap it around your feet and hold it steady, or around your knees and hold it steady. Whatever's most comfortable to add a little resistance for those side steps. Okay, you can go without the band as well and just work those side steps. Basically, I want your toes to stay facing to the front. I don't want it to turn out and step. I want toes facing to the front, so it's coming from your hip here. Big step out, center, out, and center. Here we go. Step it out and switch, out, and switch. You got it. Out and switch, out, and switch. Keep it up. Step it out, switch, out, and switch, and breathe. Step, switch, step, and switch. For 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job, and relax. All right, we got an upright row next, so feet still separated. This time your band is going to stay around those feet. You're going to twist it in front of you here. Upright row, so we're pulling those elbows out. Shoulders come up and relax down. Okay, shoulders come to a T, elbows come to a bent T here, so hands to your chest and down. If you don't have that band, you can have weights down here. Pull them up and down, or you can go without those weights. Same thing, just hit that. Basically, I'm calling it a broken, here's a T, broken T right here. Those are my old cheerleading sayings there. So upright row right here and down. Upright row. Great job. And breathe. And for 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, you can undo that band. We're going to take it for a twist here, a banded twist. So we're going to hold our band taut out in front of us, keeping those hands up, and we're going to twist to the side, keeping those feet planted. Big twist, working that core. Again, you can hold that band nice and taut. You can hold a weight out in front of you, or you can just have hands out, no weight, no band. Up to you. Great job, 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, relax here. Grab a quick drink, whatever you need. Just gonna click these lights on here. Got a little darker. All right. So same thing again here. Let's grab that weight, start with those bicep curls and those rows behind us. So band under your feet or with weights or no weights, whatever you did the first time. Here we go. Let's curl and twist those wrists in, row it back. So the difference between this row and our upright row, our row is coming back to our hip instead of up to our shoulders. So curl, flip them in, row it back. You got it. Curl and row. Great job. Curl and row. Keep it up. Curl and row. Great job. Keep those shoulders down and relaxed. Row. Curl and row. Here we go. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we've got those lateral steps here. So however you did it the first time here, let's do those step outs. Step it out, switch, step it out, switch. You got it. Out, switch, out, and switch and breathe. Great job. Keep it up. Step it out. Switch. Step it out. Switch. Ten. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, we've got those upright rows now. So I already did it the first time with your weights, with your band, pulling those elbows out, bringing those hands to your chest and down. Here we go. Row it up and down. Row it up and down. And here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Relax. We've got those twists next. So with our band, holding nice and taut, feet separated and planted. Here we go. Let's twist. 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, another rest here before we do our last round on those exercises with our band, and then we're going to switch things up and use that ball next. Okay, starting from the top, we've got those curls and rows one last time here. Here we go, sitting nice and tall. Let's curl and row it back. Curl and row it back. Curl, row it back. Curl, row it back. And breathe. Great job. Row, curl and row for 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we've got those side steps next. Here we go. Step it out, switch, step it out, switch. You got it. Out, switch, step it out, and switch. Step it out, switch, step it out, switch. Great job. Keep it going. Here we go. Let's go for 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. We've got upright rows next. Row it up and down. Up and down. You got it. Great job. Upright row. Pull those elbows up and out. Last time on these, you got it. Me 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. We've got those twist next. The last time, here we go. Twist and switch, twist and switch. And here we go, 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, band down. Let's take a rest here. Grab some water, and then we'll grab that ball. All right, starting off with our ball, we're going to do some squeezes here. So right between your knees, sitting nice and tall, you're going to squeeze that ball and relax, tighten up that core. If you don't have the ball, of course, you can just squeeze knees together, or if you want to have your hands here for a little resistance, or like a towel or a t-shirt you can put there and squeeze and relax. Up to you. Here we go. Squeeze and relax. Try to tighten up your core muscles every time you squeeze. Great job. Great job. I want you to squeeze that ball and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, separate your feet here. We're going to do a chest press with an over the shoulder reach here. So we're going to do a chest press, one arm, up and over, switch, up and over, switch. Chest press, up and over, switch, up and over, switch. So you can easily do this without the ball. Press, up and over, up and over. Up to you. Here we go. Press, up and over, up and over. Press. Remember, you can use that arm for support. Your opposite arm here, leaning down. Press. You can also go down to your elbow if you want a little extra mobility there in your shoulders. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest, press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest, press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest, press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest, press. Great job. You got it. For 10. 3, 2, 1. Finish it out. Great job. All right, we're going to do that reverse sit up here. So I'll sit this way so you know. Scoot forward in your seat. You're going to hold your ball at your chest or just cross your hands at your chest. And we're going to do that reverse sit up so your back stays nice and flat, core engaged. We're going to go back, tap those shoulders if you can, and to the top. Here we go. Bring it back to the top. Sitting nice and tall, squeeze that core, bring it back to the top. You don't have to bring it all the way to the chair. No worries, but biggest thing here, just don't arch your back and just do the shoulders. Your low back comes with you here. Great job. And great job. Keep it up. Let's go 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, straighten those legs out in front of you. We've got another one for our legs and hips. We're going to do a hip hinge here. So we're going to hinge at our hips, reach, pull to the top. So we want to have a nice big stretch in those hamstrings so toes are up for the ceiling, maybe a slight bend in your knees. Hinge forward. You can add that reach and pull if you want, and to the top. Otherwise, you can always just hold onto your seat and just work that hip hinge. We want to think about stretching those glutes and hamstrings and then squeezing them to the top. Here we go. Great job. You've got 10. Three, two, and one, and relax. All right, rest here. Water, whatever you need. We've got another round just like that. 2 more rounds like that. Doing great here. All right, let's get right back into it for our ball squeeze. So if you have that ball right between those knees, and let's squeeze. Here we go. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Great job. Keep moving. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Great job. Let's squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. Separate those feet. Remember, we've got the chest press with or without that ball. Chest pressed, up and over, switch, up and over, switch. So you either can come down to your elbow, like I said, for a little extra reach, or you can stay your hand there. You can put hand to chair, whatever's most comfortable for you. Here we go. Take it to a chest press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Great job. Chest press, up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Here we go. 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, take it for that reverse sit up here. You don't have to switch your seat around. I just am, so easier to see what I'm doing here. Scoot forward in your seat. Back stays flat, core engaged. Here we go. Reverse sit up and to the top. Great job. Reverse sit up and to the top. Great job. Keep it up here. Give me 10. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead, straighten those legs with a slight bend in your knees. We've got those hinges forward. You can add that reach if you want, or hands on your chair, wherever you're comfortable. Big hinge and pull through those glutes. You got it. And you've got 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, take another rest before we do our final round on those exercises here. All right, starting off our last round here with those ball squeezes. Go ahead and get set for those, and let's squeeze that ball and relax. Remember, tighten up that core. You got it. Squeeze that ball and relax. Squeeze that ball and relax. Great job. Keep it up. Squeeze that ball and relax. And let's squeeze and hold for 10. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. All right, take it to a wider stance. We've got the chest press, up and over, and switch. Here we go. Chest press, up and over, switch, up and over, chest press, up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. You got it. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Chest press. Up and over, switch, up and over, chest press. Chest press. Up and over. Here we go. 10. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Great job. Shake it out. Reverse sit up. You got it here. Scoot forward in that seat. And we've got those reverse sit ups here. Great job. Keep it up. Reverse sit up. Great job. Squeeze that core. Keep that back nice and flat. Let's go for 10. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Straighten those legs, soft bend in your knees, toes up for the ceiling. Let's do our hip hinges here, however you've been doing them. Here we go. Hip hinge and to the top. And let's go here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we've got a couple minutes left here, so we'll finish off with a little bit of balance. Let's do our tandem stance here. Well, first let's take a rest. Getting ahead of myself here. We're going to do a tandem stance, and then we'll do some weight shifting forward and back. So one foot in front of the other. Your heel of your front foot is going to touch the toe of your back foot. So right in line, we're going to sit up nice and tall here. You can set that ball down. You can either sit here nice and tall holding your seat. You can have hands on your hips. You can have hands out to your side. Totally up to you. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. So whatever you can hold. Here we go. Hold it here. And breathe. Think about keeping your core nice and engaged. Hold it here, 10. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, switch. Other foot in front, other foot in back, and hold it for 30. Keep holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, with or without that ball, we're going to rock forward, reach forward, rock back, lean back. Here we go. Last little exercise here. Give me 30 seconds, and then we're going to cool it down. Stretch it out. Rock it forward, rock it back. Squeeze your core. You got it. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, shake it out. Let's start by stretching that upper body here. So let's bring one arm across your chest here and pull close to you. Stretching out that upper body. Great job. And switch other side. Across chest. I don't want to mess up my microphone here. And relax. Let's do our back scratcher stretch. So bring one hand behind your head, one hand behind your back, and try to touch those fingertips together and hold it. We'll do same thing on both sides. Good. Switch. Other hand behind head, other hand behind back, and reach. And unwind. Next, give yourself a nice big hug. Grab for opposite elbows and pull side to side, stretching out that upper back. Great job. Go ahead and twist to one side here and hold it. Great job. Twist to the other side and hold it. And relax. One leg out in front, hamstring stretch, so hold on to that seat, hinge forward and hold. Nice deep stretch here. Back stays nice and flat, hinging at those hips, toes up for the ceiling. And switch other side. Same thing. And relax. Let's do ankle over ankle or ankle over knee and hinge forward. Nice deep stretch here. Hold it. Hold for 5. And relax. Same thing other side, ankle over ankle or ankle over knee and hinge forward and hold. And hold for 3, 2, and 1 and relax. Shake it out. Great job. All right, let's finish off here. 3 big deep breaths in through nose and out through mouth. Here we go. Breath in. And out. Again, breath in. And out. Last one. Breath in. And blow it out. Great job, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That is all I have for you today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.